Now, the choice of kata between these two players, one is going to be performing Anandai, that's Abbe, and the other, Moto Kazamasa, will be performing the kata Goji Shiho Dai. So, Adam, your knowledge of kata is extensive now. Can you just give us some inspiration about what you're expecting and what we can expect from these two players?
I'm expecting a great match. They're two very different athletes, different styles. Shotokan versus Ryu. They've got different strengths, and their level of experience is also different because Moto Kazumasa is obviously a very experienced player. He's 29, whereas Abbe is younger. He's a fresh blood, but he's already an under 21 world champion, so I'm sure he's going to do a great kata.
I hope so. And his choice of kata, as I said, is Anandai. He's been twice under 21 continental champion as well. Just 22 years of age. And during the kata, what are you, as a player, you're thinking your process of deciding how to start, when to start, how to set your stall out, how to impress the judges. What goes through your mind, Adam?
I think the beginning is very important until the first kiai. This is where you can really impress the judges, and this is exactly what we're going to see here.
Now you see that after he's gone off the red square, that red square that has been put out, that's used for kumite. But in kata, you can go anywhere. You're not restricted, are you, Adam?
Yeah, you're right.
What's your impression so far? Are you pleased with what you're seeing? Impressed with what you're seeing?
Yeah, really good first half of the kata. He's approaching the end of the first half, and he's been very consistent. Great kima, excellent stances. Let's see the second half.
Excellent transitions through the techniques. Kicks, feet position. Any areas where you might, if you were looking at this, might you say you would be concerned as a player? Would you about balance or strength or speed or the focus, concentration?
I think he chose a rhythm that really suits his style. He showed in every single movement that he's capable of doing a really great kime. So he's been consistent with the rhythm as well. It was an excellent performance.
And what do you mean, for those people who may not understand, what do you mean by kime?
Kime is like basically the final moment of the technique, and the extent to which you can transmit your power by the end of the movement. It's also very important to stop your whole body and everything at the same time. And Abbe is really good at that. One of the best in the world, in my opinion.
Okay, and let's see how Moto Kazamasa, who's chosen the kata Goju Shiho Dai. always looks so absolutely focused, doesn't he?
Yes.
And what can we look forward to in this kata in particular, Adam?
Really good kima as well. Very good start. He's been doing Goju Shiho katas throughout this Premier League season in medal matches. He's done Goju Shiho show in each of his first 3 Premier Leagues in bronze medal matches. He won each. Now he's changed his tactic. Let's see if he can maintain that and win his 4th successive bronze medal.
Each of these moves has a specific meaning in the bunkai, the explanation. So do you practice the bunkai as well, Adam?
Sometimes I think it's important to be aware of the meaning of these techniques, even though in kata you're not actually showing them, apart from team kata, of course. So yeah, it's important to acknowledge what the kata actually means and what's the form. So the bunkai is super important in every way.
Now that completes the performance of his kata. We're down to the 7 judges to make their decision. Those scores will be revealed in the graphic at the bottom of the screen in just a few moments. We'll be seeing who of these 2 athletes is going to become the bronze medalist in the 4th and final Karate1 Premier League of the 2025 season. Do you have any preference at this stage? It's tough one to. I don't want to put you on the spot because that's not really fair, but they've both been impressive, haven't they?
Very impressive. It's true that Moto has more experience. He's won more Premier League medals. Let's see the points.
8-3, 8-1, 8-6, 8-3, 8-6, 8-3. Abbe, 8-6, 8-5, 8-7, 8-8. Moto coming back, 8-8, 8-9, 8-9, 9-1. And the winner and the bronze medalist is Abbe. Wow.
Amazing.
Anandai, great performance. Kazamasa obviously going to be very disappointed with that. Moto has been a fantastic athlete for so long and has lost out on this bronze medal. How do you, I mean, everybody can cope with success, or maybe they can't, I don't know, you can tell me. But what about not being successful and losing out on a medal? How do you deal with that?
It's obviously disappointing, especially in a bronze medal match, you know, like finishing 5th place is when you feel like you were pretty close to winning the medal, but you didn't. But you always have to look forward and focus on the next match. There are plenty of competitions each year, so I'm sure he will cope with this and come back stronger. It was a small difference as well. Some judges gave it to Moto, others to Abbe. Let's see the next match.
Well, we need to focus. You said focus on the next match. We're going to have to do that now because we've got our 2nd bronze medal bout, and this is once again between Japan and Japan. Funada Aoi, that's his journey into the bronze medal bout. Twice a junior continental champion and a world junior medalist, gold medalist in fact, world champion.
Yes.
He's up against Ohata Kotaro. Kotaro took a gold medal in the A series in Cyprus. Choices of Kata, Funada, Papuren will be going first. Ohata will be choosing the Kata Super MP. Do you have a preference, Adam, whether you go first or second? Does it matter to you?
It does actually. I prefer to go first. Honestly, like immediately after bowing, like doing my kata, focusing on myself, and then maybe watching my opponent and compare. I don't like to wait, but obviously many times I have to do that as well, and I'm capable of it.
And when you go first, you said you can stand and watch the other player. But if you go second, do you watch the first player?
I never do. I always turn around and focus on myself, on my kata, what I'd really like to do. So, yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look at Papuren from Funada Oi. Weight distribution, very important in the different stances, isn't it?
It's key. He's been really solid so far, using his whole body to generate power. He's really good at that. Also great speed.
And when you're facing your opponents, when do you make your decision of which kata to choose? When you look at the draw or you look at the opponent? What is the timing?
Yeah, there are many different styles, obviously. It also depends on the style. I personally do Shitoryu, Goju-ryu, and Ryu-ryu. If I face a Shotokan athlete, that's a different story. Maybe I'd have to focus more on strength against the Shotokan athlete, because that's the emphasis on Shotokan. So yeah, a lot depends on the opponent. Here we can see two very technical athletes with similar styles. And it's been an excellent performance so far by Funada.
We've spoken about you being just 20 years of age and Funada's just 23, and the longevity in kata is more, generally speaking, than in kumite. You can have a really long career, can't you, in kata?
Yes, you can see great examples of that with Sandra Sanchez, Antonio Diaz. They were all, they had great longevity. They've had so many medals for so many years, and even approaching the age of 40, they managed to maintain that world-class level. So yeah, in kata it's quite common to do that.
So here you are with it, another 20 years in your career, potentially, to win many world titles.
Hopefully, at least.
And the formal bow completes the performance of the kata, as we will await the entrance of Ohata Kotaro, who will be performing Superempe. And that beep is the scores going into the computer.
It is only Ohata's second Premier League. He won a bronze medal on the first occasion he participated in such events in Cairo. Let's see if he can win a second bronze medal here.
You see the emphasis on breathing, which is an important part. Breathing has to be appropriate for the kata, doesn't it, Adam?
Yes, absolutely. Also the hip movement in Superempe is key.
And maintaining that shape of the kata across the tatami, the emboson, so the stances are the same on either side.
Yes.
And do you study this kind? Do you study the videos on YouTube and on TV of these athletes to replicate their standards and quality?
Absolutely. I do that all the time. I put it on 0.25 speed and I study the movements.
And who is your inspiration, your role model for kata?
That's a difficult question because there are plenty of great kata athletes throughout history, but if I had to pick one, I would probably say Rika Usami. I come from the Inoeha Keishinkai Shitoryu style, and she does that as well. She's amazing. I had the privilege to learn from her a couple of times, and I think she's the best in the business.
Very good. Are you beginning to form an opinion of the performances between these two athletes?
We have to wait until the end of this kata as well, but so far it's been similar to the other match in the sense of that I think it's going to be close. I think it can go both ways.
Well, it can certainly go both ways. It can't be a draw.
That's right. Excellent performance. He really managed to transmit that feeling in the kata with the
Mhm.
slow movements as well. He's done great, but both did.
They did. Let's have a look at these scores as the graphic comes up in just a moment. Funada, Ohata, 8-2, 8-3, 8-3, 8-3, 8-4, 8-5, 8-5, 8-6, 8-6, 8-8, looking good for Ohata, 8-6, 8-8, 8-8 and 9, 43 against 42, 4.
That's some debut in the Premier League, 2 bronze medals consecutively.
Well, you have Japan are such a powerhouse when it comes to performance of karate, whether it be kata or kumite. But in kata, 7 of the last 8 were from Japan in the Premier League here. Amazing
Yes.
depth of strength.
There were 9 Japanese in male kata in total in this competition. 7 of them managed to make it to the quarterfinals at least. And we will see 3 Japanese on the podium as well. They're doing great at the moment.
Ariel Torres from the United States is an athlete who's been improving year on year. Absolutely fantastic. But he has got a very, very tough challenge here in Nishiyama Kakeru. Kakeru Ariel Torres winning his 6th continental title. Incredible record.
Consistent. Also in the Premier League.
Nishiyama Kakeru, what a champion he is. 12 Karate1 Premier League gold medals he's won in total. Ariel Torres will be the first of the 2 athletes to compete. The Olympic bronze medalist has qualified for the World Games later this year. He's going to perform the kata Ohandai. The referees make their way to the table where they'll put those scores into the computer. Torres just gathering his thoughts before he makes his way onto the tatami.
This is the 3rd time these 2 are competing against each other in the Premier League final this year. They've both been very consistent. So far, Nishiyama won each occasion, but maybe it will be different this time.
When Nishiyama knows that he's already the grand winner, he was the grand winner in 2024, so the pressure is off, so to speak. But his pride of wanting to be a gold medal winner in the tournament, I'm sure will be forefront of his mind. Very solid in his stances. Shikodachi, the straddle stance, feet splayed out in this style of karate. His upper body and lower body working well together, aren't they, Adam?
Yes, excellent stances. Great focus at the end of the movement.
That's a difficult sequence to pull off properly, isn't it? Those changes of direction, the kicks and the blocks and strikes.
Yeah. There are many variations of the four gettys in the Ryue katas. You can prepare each of the kicks slowly, but you can also go a little bit more dynamic. It really depends on the person. He decided to show the kime in each movement, separating them from each other. I think he's done an excellent job.
As Ariel Torres leaves the tatami, we have Nishiyama Kakero, the back-to-back grand winner, going for another gold medal. And his choice of kata, Chibana no Kushanku. And what can you tell us about Chibana no Kushanku as a kata, Adam?
It has also got different variations. Here we are going to see the Shorin-ryu version, but the Shitoryu version is also very common. This has become his signature kata. He's been doing it in finals for many years, and he won almost every single one of these occasions. Feel the power in every single movement. The feelings he manages to transmit. So good.
There's a real energy that you could feel coming off the mat, isn't there?
Yes, absolutely. He's got that aura around him,
Yes.
which makes him a true champion. He hasn't lost for almost 2 years now. And he's the absolute favorite to win this one as well.
An excellent performance, that side kick. Really good position.
Yeah, great Yokogeri. And the turn was excellent as well.
So now just to see what those scores are and who's going to take this gold medal. Will it be the double back-to-back grand winner Nishiyama Kakeru, or will it be Ariel Torres Gutierrez?
In fact, it will be his 4th Grand Winner title in a row for Nishiyama.
Yes, yes, you're right. He is 8-3, 8-8, 8-4, 8-8, 8-6, 8-9, 8-7, 8-9, looking all the way 8-8-9 as far as Nishiyama is concerned. 9-1, convincing win, 44-7 against 43-2.
Just wow.
Yeah.
It was a great final. Both did well. But Nishiyama is in a rat hot form right now.
Tremendous. Tremendous performance from a great athlete. And in some ways, I feel a little for Ariel Torres, because he's in the presence of someone who is rewriting history as his forerunner did with Keanu Rio, 4 times world champion, and Damian Quintero, who was always there and thereabouts, but it was being led all the time by that fabulous champion. And we've got another one in our midst right now through Nishiyama Kakeru.
Absolutely. I think he's the favorite ahead of the World Games coming up in August, and also the World